what does it mean to be a Bulldog? Being a Bulldog can mean many things, but to me, it means to do the best you can do. I started my journey of becoming a Bulldog in 2015, starting as a freshman like anyone else, not knowing what to expect on the first day of school. My first day began with the bus picking me up, and now remembering thinking the bus ride was like a never-ending ride. Not knowing what to expect, it all went by really smooth, until the bus ride home. Now remembering what my bus number was, I was just looking for a familiar face from the bus driver. I ended up taking the wrong bus home and being dropped off a couple blocks away from my house. I ended up calling my mom to pick me up. She kept on teasing me about it to this day. As a freshman, I decided to continue playing football. It was the best decision I made. It helped me meet new people and create new friendships. We were fortunate enough to have a successful season, from winning as a team to losing as a team. We all had each other's backs on and off the field. On the team, I made some of my best friends who are Daniel, Zach, Andrew, and Ruben, who wasn't on the team. I remember after practice heading to McDonald's to get a bite to eat and just chill and have a good time with my friends. I also joined guitar class, hoping to learn an instrument. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't expect it to be that hard. Having trouble to remember simple chords and notes was really frustrating. I bought my first guitar and practiced at home. Practice didn't really help me because I was just learning random songs like I sounded cool. And then my sophomore year came along. I continued playing football and was hoping for another winning season. Starting the season with the new coaches was not the best idea. We did not have much of a success, which is not a big surprise. I dropped the guitar class because it was too hard, and I began focusing more on football. Some of the best moments were during lunch, when most of the football players would go to party time and hang out there. Being surprised by multiple pizzas by the owners was amazing. My sophomore year, I also began to focus more on my grades and staying after school to work on classroom projects, which really helped me improve my grades. Taking good report cards at home would mean I would get rewards such as money or pick a spot for dinner the next day. I also tried joining TSA, but it was too much work to balance TSA and football. Spring football came along and I decided to quit. The coaches were too much to handle for their obnoxious teaching ways and their training. Many people on the team also quit. We would sit in the locker room and play cards during the others would work out. Leaving right after the bell was something I was not used to. I was used to staying until 6 until practice ended. My junior year came around quickly. I needed something to do after school, so I decided to join the robotics team. I was expecting to have fun and build robots. We did have fun and build robots, but also compete in competitions. The competitions were amazing, and it was amazing to see something you built come to life. Staying late nights, sometimes up to 9 p.m., just to finish coding or any robot malfunction. We would mess around and teacher would bring us food at times. All the hard work paid off most of the time, winning tournament champions and design awards, also judges award. Then it got more serious once we found out we could qualify to go to World's Vex Robotics in Kentucky and compete with some of the best schools around the world. Sadly enough, we lost a game that would take us to Worlds by 2 points. As sad as we were, we knew that we had a good foundation for the next year. My senior year came and it was the most stressful year in high school. Thinking about what you wanted to study or to be was a hard decision, but knowing that I loved robotics made me want to study computer science. Programming a robot was one of the hardest things to do, but getting that last piece of code to work after trying and trying again was the best feeling ever. Once robotics season started again, the teacher nominated me as one of the captains and I also became one of the drivers, which was a lot of pressure for me. The competitions were completely different. Having new materials, new tools, and new controls was hard to learn because it was the first time in that competition. I also decided to give guitar another try. I was put in a varsity class and I had no idea why. I had so much trouble with the basic class. The teacher gave me a solo, which was a simple one, but was not enough to take me to state. My main goal for my senior year was to get accepted into college and travel somewhere with the school. I learned my solo and convinced my teacher to give me a harder solo that would let me compete for UIL state. It was a hard solo, but I had to learn it and play better than 2 other of my peers. Balancing robotics and guitar was easy because I would stay after school for robotics and practice guitar at home. Robotics began to get serious once other schools started seeing robotics team as a big threat. Schools would copy our design and we had to evolve our designs to make it better. We qualified to regionals at Lubbock. One of my goals was already accomplished. At regionals, we placed top 10 and went to El Paso happy and sad because our season was over. After thinking our season was over, I practiced my solo more and more. After completing my solo after 5 months of hard work, the day to perform in front of the judge came. He would decide if I would go to a state or not. The judge was one of the best guitar players in the state, which made me more nervous. I ended up getting a 1 and that meant I was going to state for my solo and ensemble, which was a trio. Robotics teacher that we qualified to go to state in Austin. I just needed one more goal and my senior year would be complete. After waiting months and months, I finally got a letter in the mail saying I was accepted into New Mexico State University. All my goals were met and I was content with my year. Now I'm looking forward to attend NMSU in the fall and start my career to become a computer scientist.